Um, I'm Molly Jacobson, the President and CEO of Commonwealth Corporation. I'm honored to serve as your MC this morning. Happy Rosa Parks Day. First and foremost, I'd like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Polis Center for Social and Economic Development for graciously hosting us today. I had the honor of sitting down with Executive Director Dr. Teresa Kane and a couple of her staff members, Jen and Josh, and hearing about Polis's incredible principles of knowing people and what they really need, and then bridging gaps in employment and training. So thank you, Teresa and team, for your warm welcome and being such a great partner in making this event possible. I'm also joined by Massachusetts Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Lauren Jones, from whom you'll hear just shortly, and by a few distinguished guests. So we are so glad that you're here, City of Fitchburg Honorable Mayor Sam Scalia. I'm not sure if Athol Town Manager Sean Suhosky is here in the crowd, but might be coming soon. From the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind, Regional Director Mervyn Campbell, and Vocational Rehabilitation Commissioner Andrea Cromit. And then joining us virtually through our live stream, we have with us Massachusetts Commissioner for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Dr. Opeoluwa Sotonwa. And we are so grateful to have you all here today. I'm also joined by a few great teammates from Commonwealth Corporation. They're mostly in the back, but just to shout out to our wonderful program manager, Kayla Johnson, our director of DEIB, Jeff Smith. Lucila Santana is also our wonderful director of marketing and communications. So at Comcorn, the work that we do administering grants, there's nothing more important than ensuring that Massachusetts workers obtain training and employment to grow and thrive. Massachusetts businesses get the skilled talent they need, and that equity and inclusion are at the center of our work. And this morning, I'd say we're talking about a perfect combination of those principles. Individuals with disabilities represent 10% of Massachusetts working age population, but their vast potential is too often overlooked. And Concord is so grateful to the Healey-Driscoll Administration, to the legislature for recognizing that in a tight labor market, Massachusetts employers need this talent. We're also really grateful that the employment program for young adults with disabilities can unlock the workforce training and opportunities for hundreds of individuals across Massachusetts. So to those who have joined us, your presence here today speaks volumes about your role in creating opportunities and breaking down barriers. Thank you for being a part of our mission. So to get us started, I'd like to introduce someone I consider a fearless leader. She's at the helm of statewide efforts to ensure workers, employers, and job seekers have the tools, training, and safety resources that they need to succeed in our economy. So without further ado, please help me welcome Secretary Lauren Jones.
Good morning.
Morning.
I like that energy there. Thank you very much for everyone coming together, both in person and to our colleagues joining virtually. I was just sharing with Mayor Swahili of Fitchburg how great it is to be in this corridor. And it's even more amazing to be here to celebrate the partnership with the Polis Center and so many other amazing organizations as we lift up and support our workforce. I appreciate that Molly gave great recognition to our partners who are in the room as well as virtually, and I really do want to underscore the Healey-Driscoll Administration's effort on workforce development is teamwork. It makes the dream work, and I really want to thank our partners in the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind, the Massachusetts Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, as well as the Massachusetts Commission on the Status of Persons with Disabilities, represented virtually for today's event as well. And certainly the Polis Center, thank you for opening your doors. As Molly mentioned, we had the opportunity to hear directly from individuals who have benefited from this program, as well as staff dedicated to this work. And that is exactly why we are here today, to help celebrate the kinds of investments with intentionality that we are doing collectively to increase workforce readiness and to increase employment opportunities, especially for young adults with disabilities. And as Molly mentioned, often overlooked, but with great potential that we can help unlock, again, in collaboration with all here today and our extended network of workforce partners. Coming into today's event, I was also thinking about the Healey-Driscoll Administration's values. Governor Healey, Lieutenant Governor Driscoll, and our entire cabinet often underscored the value of equity, competitiveness, and affordability. And these are values that are not just guiding principles, they continue to drive our action in ensuring that every resident of Massachusetts has the access and opportunities they need to succeed. And to achieve this, we have the opportunity to also invest in a world-class workforce system by teaming up with partners like you here today, employers, academia, training providers, and so many dedicated to identifying more individuals or untapped talent to be part of the pathways that we're investing in. But the fact is, we also know that far too often we have to tackle barriers that exist in bringing more people into our labor market. We know that barriers exist whether you're unemployed, looking to upskill and regain employment, you're underemployed, looking to freshen up and sharpen up your skill sets to pursue greater opportunities within the workforce. And then some who have given up, maybe not realized the path that they can pursue. But we know that by teaming up together, we can reduce those barriers and create more workforce opportunities. And we try to do this by keeping people first. And I think that is part of the mission that Polis also centers themselves around, having that people-centered approach. Whether we're thinking about that individual who is looking for their next shot in their career, those who may have the talents, abilities, and the potential, but may not know the path to pursue. And then individuals who have time and time again experienced barriers and feel like they don't know how to overcome those barriers and turn them into opportunities. And so that's really why we are here today. And I'm so excited that we have an investment in our people and funding programs to support residents who are facing barriers to employment. And I'm really excited to announce today that the Healey-Driscoll Administration, in collaboration with Commonwealth Corporation, is awarding more than $850,000 in grant funding to 5 organizations from Boston to right here in Athol to support job training, employment placement, and post-placement services for 119 young adults with disabilities seeking job opportunities in culinary, grocery, retail, hospitality, and construction industries. I want to also acknowledge and thank our partners in the legislature for helping to support this continued investment in our Young Adults with Disabilities program. We could not be more thrilled to be joined by our grantees, including the Polis Center, Community Work Services, Employment Opportunities, Inc., Monty Tech, and Partners for Youth with Disabilities. The employment program for young adults with disabilities, administered by Commonwealth Corporation, builds on the Healey-Driscoll Administration's strategic investments to attract and develop diverse, skilled talent to meet the needs of Massachusetts employers across industries and statewide. So let's highlight the impact of today's investments. Let's look at Polis Center, for example. We're right here at Polis. We are here celebrating $199,991 in funding to support 24 young adults with disabilities in completing 6 weeks of training to gain customer service and job readiness skills in the grocery and retail industries. Afterward, participants can choose between 2 specialized tracks: the grocery track, which includes Safe Serve certification training, or advanced retail training, featuring hands-on cashier experience at CVS. And we want to thank our employer partners, especially Price Chopper, CVS Health, Shaw's Supermarket, and Mass Hire North Central Workforce Boards and Career Centers for teaming up with the Polis Center, who will bring hands-on learning opportunities and real-world experiences for our young adults to gain relevant skills to thrive in today's workforce and certainly secure employment in the future. I'll end with our why it's so imperative that we are making investments like today. First, in a few minutes, you'll hear directly from some of our greatest whys. Our program participants, our former participants who have graduated, Kai and Christine, who will share their firsthand personal experiences in securing meaningful employment, thanks to investments like what we're celebrating today. Kai and Christine's stories demonstrate exactly why we focus on investing in our people, our workforce we need today, and that we want to continue to celebrate for the future. Finally, workforce training programs like the ones we celebrate today are essential to building a more inclusive and competitive Massachusetts, one where every young adult, including those with disabilities, has a clear pathway to meaningful employment. This work is critical not only for individuals and families, but also as we think about our long-term workforce equity, affordability, and our competitive spirit that makes Massachusetts so amazing. So today we're showcasing what's possible when we work with intention and collaboration, and we're unlocking the potential, driving greater opportunity, and building an amazing workforce right here in Athol and across Massachusetts. Thank you and congratulations to all of our grantees.
Thank you, Secretary, and thank you to the Healey-Driscoll Administration for putting this program at the forefront of really important work. So I now want to introduce someone who has been leading efforts at the Polis Center, Dr. Teresa Kane. I understand that Dr. Kane has not just been at the Polis Center for over 2 decades, but really has spent a lifetime of practicing workforce development. She and her team have established impactful partnerships, multiple collaborations with Commonwealth Corporation. They've developed this comprehensive training program for empowering young adults with disabilities. And earlier this morning, I got to learn how Polis has really significantly enhanced the lives of many individuals, 75 folks a year at the very least. So I'm really looking forward to you all being able to hear from Dr. Kane about her team's efforts. Dr. Kane is then going to introduce our very distinguished and honored program participant speakers. So please join me in celebrating Dr. Kane.
Thank you, and welcome. My job is to welcome you to the Polis Center, tell you a little bit about Polis, and then to introduce our guest speakers and to our staff. And I thought it was interesting, and we said earlier that they asked, can we get a tour of your training center? This is it. Here we are, because most of our training is done virtually or in the community. This is our administrative office, and if you take a glance around the walls with the images, these are images of people that we have supported internationally for the last 20 years. So I welcome you to look at that as well. We have team members across the state who work remotely, and it gives us the opportunity to not centralize our services, but to be able to serve people across Massachusetts, wherever they live. What connects our international work and our work with Mass Commission for the Blind and with Commonwealth Corps really are our guiding principles. One of which is we are all more alike than different. And so we strive, I need to just read, because if I don't read it, I'll go past my time. Polis, P-O-L-U-S, means striving for, reaching for the heavens, striving for the best that we can be, both individually and as a community. And if you look at our new logo that we just did, that's the purpose of the lines going up. We're reaching for everyone's fullest potential. And our mission is to provide opportunities for people with disabilities, focusing on what people really need according to them at any given time. In our job-driven training initiatives, our goal is also to help job seekers gain skills and confidence to find meaningful work. And that's what we're here to celebrate. But importantly, we also partner with employers to make sure that we're helping them find the talent that they really need to fill their in-demand positions. I'd like to thank Commonwealth Corporation and Secretary Jones for their support of our Young Adults with Disabilities program that we're here to celebrate. We also do other job-driven training programs with support of Commonwealth Corp. We teach people how to learn how to work in human services, to work with people who have autism, and to work in school systems as paraprofessionals. Some of our POLS team is here, and I'd like to introduce them quickly. In the back, we have Michelle Cahill, who's the project coordinator for our YAWD program. Jen Cash is up front here in the pink sweater. She has been supporting our programs for years, since we did pharmacy technician training at the Career Center before the pandemic. Elise Bruneau is here. Thank you, Elise. She's our staff accountant. She also helped us set up today's event. I appreciate that. And Josh Pearson is here in the front next to Jen, and he is a project coordinator for many of our initiatives that support people who are blind or low vision, including youth social events, teen, pre-employment services, internships, and support for adult job seekers, as well as assistive technology training for seniors losing their vision. We support, and thank you to Mervyn Campbell for being here from MCB. We have had the opportunity over the last 10 years to support people across the lifespan through MCB's support. Finally, we have two participants here to talk about their experiences with our YAWD program. I'm going to introduce you both first, and then you can switch. I'm going to start with Christine McCarthy, who graduated from our training in 2021 and still works at Whole Foods since she got the job then. And Kai Hassan, is that how you say your last name? Who graduated last year and got her first job at Shaw's. So Christine, you're next.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here. First of all, I want to say hi. Just happy to be here. I have been with Open Skies for about 12 years. Just had a birthday, February 1st. So make that 13 years I've been with Open Skies. So I have been... Okay, now just doing a blank. Sorry.
When you returned to Open Skies.
Oh, when I graduated high school, I went to Open Skies. We did a lot of training at Open Skies. Before I went to Open Skies, I went to Salvation Army. I was there for about 10 years of my life. Due to COVID, they had to shut down. I was bummed. And then after that, a couple months later, Gail came into the program and she helped me find a job at Whole Foods, which I've been there for 3 years now.
After what training?
Oh, after I did a computer training before I started my job. And we did basic skills like how to bag things properly, how to store things properly, take old stuff off the shelf, then put newer stuff on. You can't find anything green or yucky. Life's been great. I've worked in quite a few jobs before I came to Open Skies. Worked at Beaumont Nursing Home for a cleaning lady during high school year, but that didn't work out because it was too far away. So I quit that job, and then I went to a place after I graduated high school called an independence program. Was there for like 2 years, and then I went to Open Skies.
Right, and then the training was with what? The
Polar
Center?
Polar Center. I was with Polar Center for quite a while.
And what do you do at Whole Foods?
Oh, at Whole Foods, I'm in the produce department, and I'm running circles around all the guys. I love working. I like to be independent. I'm just having fun at work. And I love my job and I never want to quit.
I just wanted to note, I asked Christine yesterday, what was her long-term career goals? What else she wanted to do? And she said, I'm going to work at Whole Foods till I'm 70. I want to retire from here. I love this job so much.
Hello, I'm Kai. I'm here to speak about my experience with the Polish Center Professional Training Program. First of all, I'm an 18-year-old in the system and never even imagined having a child. To be honest, I didn't like to be in the classes, but I kept going. Now I think that I'm glad I continued. For me, it wasn't just the money. It was learning that I'm able to do things that normal teens and adults should do. And the fact that I was thriving without being in a program and people not watching me 24/7. Shaw's hired me. They were very patient with me. And I began originally in the floral department. I made bouquets, some custom and some for display. I experimented and tried the bakery department. I didn't like it. It was very boring. It was just very repetitive. And then I ended up at the front buying groceries, pushing carriages, and then from there I stayed. I realized I learned customer service and better communication skills, and lastly, teamwork. I have not just received a job, not just a paycheck, but a new way of life, a new me. As I reflect on my time at Shaw's, I realize how much I've grown, not just as an employee, but as a person. The experiences I had will stay with me wherever I go. The friendships, the lessons, and the skills are valuable and irreplaceable. I would greatly recommend this training. Thank you, Polis, for helping me see a new way of life and finding a better me.
Thank you, Christine and Kai, for sharing your beautiful stories. I think that we all hope you keep running circles around all the guys. So I want to end by thanking Polis again and all of our grantees for the work that you're doing. We're so looking forward to seeing the impact that you'll have. And for all of our grantees today, we couldn't end this event without having you come up for a selfie. So we're going to come up for a group photo. And we really hope that wherever you're going from here today around the state, have a great afternoon. Thank you.